Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear brothers and sisters. If your soul cried out on the day of judgment, would you have the courage to say, I didn't know? Or will you wish you had paid attention to the signs? The ground splits. Buildings crumble, children scream, sirens echo through the air. One moment, laughter, the next, silence. Just like that, life changes. In 2023, a devastating earthquake shook Turkey and Syria to their core. Morocco, too, was shaken to its knees. Families were wiped out in seconds. Homes became graves. And in the midst of it all, what do we see? Hands lifted to the sky. Hearts calling out, Ya Allah, forgive us. But how many had ignored his call before the earth moved beneath them? These aren't just natural disasters. They are divine wake-up calls. And whatever of misfortune befalls you, it is because of what your hands have earned. Surah Ash-Shura 42:30. The world today is full of chaos. From broken homes to shattered values, society is upside down, morality is mocked, sins are normalized, and in the noise of modern life, we've muted the whispers of our conscience. Until something shakes us. Sometimes Allah doesn't whisper. Sometimes He shakes the ground beneath us to wake us up. And when He does, will you recognize the sign? Or will you keep saying, later, I have time? Have you ever felt something shake your life to wake you up spiritually? Comment with what it was. Because maybe your story can help wake someone else up before it's too late. Before starting this video, don't forget to like this video because it gives us a lot of strength to continue sharing beneficial content. And I invite you to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to stay informed of our next publications on the Islamic faith. Share it with your loved ones and leave a comment to tell me what you think. Thank you and good video. The wake-up call. Allah warns us through trials, through loss, through subtle signs. If you ignore them, don't say you weren't warned. How many times have you felt a moment of deep discomfort, a gut feeling, a strange silence, a sudden hardship, and brushed it off as just life? A sudden loss of a loved one, a job you thought would define your future, gone. A relationship that shattered without warning. An accident that shook you to your core. What if these weren't coincidences? What if these were wake-up calls? Whispers from Allah that became roars because we weren't listening? Real-life reflections. A man who spent years chasing wealth, partying every weekend, drinking without care, until one night he crashed his car under the influence. He survived, barely. In that hospital bed, unable to move, he whispered, La ilaha illallah for the first time in years. That was his turning point. A sister who grew up in a Muslim home but drifted far, prayers neglected, modesty forgotten, heart distracted. Until her mother passed suddenly, and the grief cracked something open inside her. She began to seek, to ask, to kneel in prayer again. That was her beginning. So many stories begin at rock bottom, not because Allah wanted to break them, but because He wanted to rebuild them. Do the people think they will be left to say, we believe, and they will not be tested? Surah Al-Ankabut 29:2. The ancient warning. Look at Prophet Noah alayhi salam. He warned his people for 950 years. He didn't stop. He didn't give up. But what did they do? They laughed, mocked, turned away, until the skies opened and the earth gushed and the flood took them all. My Lord, I have called my people night and day, yet they turn away. Surah 71:5-6. They were warned. They ignored. They drowned, not just in water, but in arrogance. Are we any different today? We hear about another young soul who died suddenly, and we scroll past. We witness natural disasters, mass deaths, social collapse, and we go back to our routines. We lose something or someone and still delay turning to Allah. We treat these signs like background noise, not divine alarms. But the signs are there, and sometimes not responding is the response. It tells Allah we're still asleep. What sign made you come back to your deen? Or are you still waiting for one? Let us know below. Because sometimes sharing your wake-up call can be someone else's. Deep reflection. Shaitan doesn't come with horns. He comes with comfort, with delay, with excuses. I'll pray later. I'll wear hijab after marriage. I'm not ready yet. He doesn't need to pull you into full rebellion. He just needs you to keep delaying. Every not yet becomes another brick in the wall between you and Allah. And slowly, without realizing it, you drift. You're not rejecting Islam. You're just not practicing it today. You're not denying prayer. You're just too tired right now. You're not against hijab. You're just waiting for the perfect moment. But what if the perfect moment never comes? A reality check. Jeanne Gagne, better known as Miss Mercedes Moore, had everything the world celebrates: beauty, fame, followers, influence. Her life appeared glamorous. Her page was full of smiles and luxury. But in August 2021, she was tragically murdered in her own apartment. The world was shocked. The internet mourned. She was only 33. Her story isn't shared here to judge. Only Allah knows the hearts. It's a reminder, a sobering one, because so many chase the same lifestyle, thinking they have time, thinking they will change later. But later is not promised. The Pharaoh mindset. In the Quran, there's a man who had everything: power, wealth, status. Pharaoh stood at the peak of dunya, but he denied Allah, mocked truth, and followed his own desires. Even when Prophet Musa alayhi salam came with clear signs, Pharaoh refused. Until what? Until the sea swallowed him. And then, as the water filled his lungs, he believed. Now, while you refused to believe before, Surah Yunus 1091. It was too late, because belief after death reaches the soul is not real submission, it's desperation. The modern Pharaoh isn't a king. It's an excuse you might not have a crown or a throne. But the mindset is the same when you say, I know I should change, but not right now. I'm still young. I'll fix up when I'm older. Let me live a little first. Shaitan doesn't rush you to hell. He walks you there gently, comfortably, while whispering, you have time. You're not that bad. Allah is merciful, just not today. But true mercy comes when you answer the call before the test, not after. Some people are given years to change. Others are only given one final sign. Don't wait for rock bottom to find your way back to the top. What's one excuse you or others use that you know is delaying your growth in Islam? Comment honestly. Maybe your answer helps someone else break free too. The modern fitna. Don't blame Allah for a heart you filled with dunya. Don't blame Him for the silence when you muted your soul's cries with dopamine and distraction. Welcome to the age of more. More likes, more followers, more validation, more noise. But with every scroll, every filtered smile, every carefully curated moment, something inside quietly fades. Hearts are breaking in silence. People have luxury, but no peace. Fame, but no fulfillment. Followers, but no one to truly turn to when the screen turns off. The rise of depression in a picture-perfect world. Studies now show that influencers, people who appear to have it all, are among the most anxious, depressed, and lonely. Behind the brand deals and perfect lighting are people battling panic attacks, burnout, and identity loss. Why? Because they're seen by millions, but known by none. Because they chase digital applause while their soul quietly begs for purpose.
One study from 2022 revealed a striking truth. The higher the screen time and social media fame, the deeper the reported feelings of emptiness. It's not the dunya itself, it's how we let it own us. When fame loses its flavor, some are beginning to wake up. Influencers, models, and artists stepping away from the limelight to find peace in prayer. One sister, once a top beauty influencer, deleted her entire platform after feeling hollow and lost. She turned to Islam and said for the first time she felt whole. A former TikTok star left fame to embrace hijab and a quieter life. She said, "No amount of views could fill what sujud gave me in one moment." These stories are becoming more frequent because once you taste the sweetness of true remembrance, the artificial flavor of fame fades fast. Quranic wake-up. Rivalry and worldly increase distracts you until you visit the graves. Surah At-Takathur 102, 1-2. This surah is short, but devastatingly clear. We chase, we compete, we compare, until the only thing left to visit is a grave. And by then, all the followers, filters, and fame won't matter at all. Real talk. If your feed is full but your heart is empty, if your life looks good online but feels lost in private, ask yourself, what have I let into my heart? And what have I pushed out in the process? You weren't created to be famous. You were created to be faithful. Fame fades. Filters fall off. But the soul, that's forever. Have you ever felt empty after chasing something you thought would bring happiness? Drop a heart if this hit home. Share your story if you feel brave. You never know who might read it and realize they're not alone. The final warning: don't wait until your name is whispered in du'as because your soul has left. Don't wait until your janazah is posted as a story highlight. Death doesn't wait for old age anymore. It doesn't knock politely or give a warning. It enters silently, suddenly, and takes. A 16-year-old girl dies of a stroke in her sleep. A young athlete collapses mid-game, healthy 1 minute, lifeless the next. A car crash steals a best friend on his way home from school. These aren't distant stories. These are real. These are now. The feed keeps scrolling, but the soul does not return. The moment of truth, Barzakh. The Quran describes what happens when the soul is taken. There's a barrier, Barzakh, a place between this life and the next, a place where regret screams loud, but no action can follow. Until, when death comes to one of them, he says, "My Lord, send me back, that I may do good in that which I have left behind." But no, it is only a word he speaks. Surah Al-Mu'minun 23:99-100. In that moment, all the delays, "I'll change later," "I'm not ready," "I'll do it tomorrow," turn into the loudest regrets. Because when the soul reaches the throat, repentance is no longer accepted. The test is over. The curtain falls. The janazah no one expected. Have you ever seen a viral janazah post? A friend, a classmate, an influencer, suddenly gone. And the caption reads, "Please make dua for our dear brother, sister. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un." That same account that once shared food pics, outfit videos, and gym selfies is now frozen. No more posts, no more replies. Just a memory. And the scariest part, none of them thought that day would be their last. They had plans, they had dreams, they had tomorrow, but tomorrow never came. A moment to reflect. Take a breath. Now imagine, if today was your final day, what would be the last thing you're remembered for? Would it be a prayer or a playlist? A dhikr or a dance trend? A heart that inspired, or one that influenced away from the truth? If today was your last day, would you be proud of what you're doing right now? What would you change? Drop your answer below. Someone else might read it and realize it's time. The path back. You're not too far. You're not too broken. Allah's mercy is bigger than your sins. Return before the gate closes. No matter where you've been, no matter what you've done, the road back to Allah is never closed. You haven't missed your chance. If you're reading this, it means He's still calling you. You're still breathing. And as long as the soul hasn't reached the throat, the door of mercy is wide open. And my mercy encompasses all things. Surah Al-A'raf 7:156. From darkness to light, people have come back from the darkest places. Not just mistakes, not just drifting, but full-blown rebellion. A man involved in gangs, drugs, and violence, who once thought there was no way back. After a close friend was killed, he began searching. He picked up the Quran. He wept in sujood for the first time at 30. Now he leads youth to Islam, an influencer who promoted everything but deen, parties, vanity, materialism. A personal breakdown led her to therapy, which led her to faith. Today, she wears hijab, deleted her old content, and shares her journey with humility and hope. If they can return, why not you? The killer who was forgiven. The Prophet told us about a man who killed 99 people. Yes, 99 souls. He later asked a scholar if he could ever be forgiven. The scholar told him, yes. But leave your corrupt environment and seek the path of good. On his way, he died. And the angels argued, was he a sinner or a seeker? Allah judged by his intention. Because his heart had turned to him, Allah forgave him. Let that sink in. A man who committed 99 murders was forgiven because he tried to change. So what's stopping you? A few missed prayers? A lifestyle you think can't be undone? A fear that you're too dirty to stand before your Creator? Allah already knows your past. What He wants is your present and future. Practical steps to return. You don't need to change overnight. Start small, but start sincerely. Here's how. 1 prayer a day. Start with Fajr or Isha. Anchor your day. 1 page of Quran, even if you read it slowly. Let its words heal you. Delete 1 distraction. Unfollow accounts pulling you from Allah. Make dua, raw, unfiltered. Talk to Allah like you would a friend. Surround yourself with goodness. Friends, reminders, podcasts, masjid. Remember, even crawling to Allah is still moving forward. What's one thing you can start doing today to reconnect with your faith? Comment below and maybe inspire someone else. Because someone out there is waiting to hear that it's not too late. Maybe they'll hear it through you. Call to action and comments request. Don't blame Allah later for what you're ignoring today. He sent you this message. What will you do now? You've seen the signs. You've heard the truth. You felt it in your chest. That pull back to something deeper, something real. This wasn't just a video. It was a wake-up call, a message sent to your soul from the one who still wants you. So the question isn't, will I change everything today? It's, will I take 1 step? Will I move even a little closer to Him before it's too late? Now it's your turn to speak. Don't scroll in silence. What part of this video hit you the hardest? Was it the modern fitna? The real stories of sudden death or redemption? The Quranic warnings and mercy? Tell us in the comments. Let this section become a garden of reflection, a place someone might scroll through and feel less alone. Start a dua chain. Comment a dua you make for yourself. Even if it's short, someone might see it and whisper Ameen for you. And Allah may accept it from them and bless you. You're not too far. You're not alone. And it's not too late. The gate is still open, but it won't be forever. What will you do next? If this video was helpful to you, please share it with your loved ones and leave a comment to tell me what you learned. Your support helps a lot to spread the message and grow this community. Barakallahu fikum.